Stop everything you're doing right now and listen carefully, because what you're about to learn will completely change the game with your avoidant ex. Most people make the fatal mistake of chasing, explaining, or trying to convince an avoidant to come back, but that's exactly what keeps them running. The secret to getting them back isn't pursuing them. It's becoming so psychologically irresistible that they can't stay away from you. Implement complete radio silence immediately. Cut off all contact with your avoidant ex starting right now. No texts, no calls, no social media stalking, no asking mutual friends about them, and absolutely no attempts to check in or be friends. This isn't temporary. This is permanent, until they make the first move to reconnect with you. This radio silence hits avoidance harder than any emotional plea ever could, because it disrupts their entire psychological playbook. They expect you to chase, beg, and try to win them back. When you disappear completely, they lose their primary source of validation and ego feeding, which creates an immediate psychological void they can't ignore. The silence also forces them to experience the natural consequences of their behavior without you there to soften the impact. For the first time, they have to sit alone with their choices and feel the full weight of losing someone important without any buffer or distraction from your continued presence. Become genuinely unavailable to them. Don't just act unavailable. Become genuinely busy with activities, goals, and people that have nothing to do with them. Fill your life so completely that even if they tried to reach you, you wouldn't have time or mental space to engage with their drama. Start new hobbies, focus intensely on your career, plan trips, join social groups, and create a life that's so fulfilling and engaging that your ex becomes irrelevant to your daily happiness. This genuine unavailability is magnetic to avoidance because it signals that you've moved beyond needing their validation or attention. When they eventually hear through mutual connections that you're thriving and completely occupied with your own life, it triggers their competitive instincts and forces them to question whether they made a mistake in letting you go. Your unavailability becomes more attractive than your previous availability ever was. Transform into your most attractive self. Use this separation period to become the most attractive version of yourself, physically, emotionally, and psychologically. Hit the gym, upgrade your wardrobe, improve your social skills, work on your career goals, and develop the confidence that comes from genuine self-improvement. This transformation isn't about making them jealous. It's about becoming so genuinely attractive that you naturally draw people toward you. When your ex eventually sees or hears about this improved version of you, they'll realize they lost someone who was already great, but became even better without them. The key is making improvements that are authentic and lasting, rather than superficial changes designed to get their attention. You're becoming genuinely better, which creates real confidence and attractiveness that can't be faked or performed. Date other people openly. Start dating new people, and don't hide it from your social circle. You're not dating to make your ex jealous. You're dating because you're genuinely moving forward with your life and exploring new connections. Let your mutual friends know you're seeing other people without making it seem like a performance. Nothing triggers an avoidant's competitive instincts faster than realizing someone else is getting access to what they took for granted. When they hear you're dating someone new, it forces them to confront the reality that you might find someone better who appreciates what you offer. Dating others also helps you genuinely detach from your ex and remember that there are other people who can provide love, attention, and appreciation. This authentic detachment is crucial because it needs to be real, not performed, for the strategy to work effectively. Develop mysterious new interests. Start pursuing activities and interests that your ex knows nothing about. Take up new hobbies, learn new skills, join different social circles, and create aspects of your life that are completely separate from your shared history. Become someone they don't fully know anymore. This mystery factor is psychologically compelling to avoidants because it suggests you've grown and evolved in ways they're not privy to. They start to wonder who you've become and what they're missing out on by not being part of your current life. The new interests also demonstrate that you're capable of growth and change independent of them, which challenges any assumptions they might have had about your dependence on the relationship for your identity or happiness. Post strategic social media content. Use social media strategically to show glimpses of your new improved life without directly referencing them or the relationship. Post photos of new activities, new friends, travel adventures, and achievements that demonstrate you're thriving and moving forward. Keep the content positive, confident, and focused on your own growth, rather than anything that could be interpreted as seeking their attention. You want to create the impression that you've moved on to bigger and better things, not that you're trying to get their attention. The key is posting content that makes them realize they're missing out on an increasingly attractive and successful person who's clearly doing well without them. This creates FOMO, fear of missing out, that can drive them to reconsider their decision to end things. Build social proof of your value. Surround yourself with people who appreciate and value you, and make sure your social circle is visible to your ex through mutual connections. Become someone who's clearly wanted, respected, and valued by others in your community. This social proof is powerful because it demonstrates that other people recognize your worth, which makes your ex question whether they made a mistake in not valuing you properly. When others are clearly drawn to you, it increases your perceived value significantly. The social proof also shows that you're not sitting at home pining for them. You're actively engaged with people who appreciate your company and contribute positively to your life. Develop emotional independence. Work on becoming someone who's genuinely happy and fulfilled independently of romantic relationships. Develop your own sources of joy, meaning, and satisfaction that don't require another person's validation or presence to maintain. This emotional independence is attractive to avoidants because it removes the pressure they feel when someone needs them for emotional regulation or happiness. You become someone they can choose to be with rather than someone who needs them to be with you. The independence also protects you from making the same mistakes that led to the breakup in the first place. You're becoming someone who adds value to relationships rather than seeking relationships to add value to your life. Master the art of indifference. If you happen to encounter your ex during this period, treat them with polite indifference rather than hostility or excessive friendliness. Be civil but not warm, present but not engaged, pleasant but clearly uninterested in rekindling anything. This indifference is more powerful than anger or enthusiasm because it suggests you've genuinely moved beyond the relationship rather than still being emotionally invested in it. Indifference implies that they no longer have the power to affect your emotional state. The indifference also prevents you from saying or doing anything that might give them the ego boost they're looking for or the drama they might be trying to create. Wait for them to make the move. Do not break your silence or reach out first under any circumstances. If this strategy is going to work, they need to be the one who initiates contact and demonstrates genuine interest in reconnecting. Any move you make first undermines the entire dynamic you're creating. When they do reach out, and if you've implemented all these strategies correctly, they likely will. Don't immediately jump back into old patterns. Maintain your new standards and boundaries while being open to seeing if they've genuinely changed. Remember, you're not trying to get back someone who didn't appreciate you. You're becoming someone so valuable that they realize what they lost and work to prove they deserve another chance.